Hello, and good afternoon. Welcome to our timely talk show in which we tackle topics that concern our nation. I am Jessica Abramido.
I am Krisha Don Castigador, and today we will be talking about the fast approaching May elections.
That is right, partner. For today's talk show, we have special guests who are yet uninterested and have not decided on who they will entrust in their votes for the upcoming elections.
Right, partner, I think that our guest appears to be well prepared for today's talk show. But first, we'd like to know if they've already registered to vote and if they've already determined who they'll vote for or is still undecided. Let's first ask voter number 1, Miss Ravi Carmen. Hello, ma'am. Are you a registered voter?
Yes, I am.
Alright, do you already have someone in mind to vote for?
I'm still undecided.
Okay, thank you for that, Miss Carmen. Now let's proceed to voter number 2, Miss Wilmay Campania. Hello, ma'am. Are you a registered voter?
Yes, and A.
Alright, do you already have someone in mind to vote for?
I'm still not decided.
Alright, thank you for that, Miss Campania. Now let's proceed to voter number 3, Mary Kalipusan. Hello, ma'am. Are you a registered voter?
Yes, I am.
Alright, do you already have someone in mind to vote for?
I'm still undecided.
Okay, thank you for that, Miss Kalipusan. Now let's proceed to voter number 4, Miss Francine Bautista. Hello, ma'am. Are you a registered voter?
Yes, I am.
Alright, do you already have someone in mind to vote for?
I am still undecided.
Alright, thank you for that, Miss Bautista. Now let's proceed to the last voter, voter number 5, Miss Thurstin Sabandal. Hello, ma'am. Are you a registered voter?
Yes, I am an active registered voter.
Alright, so do you already have someone in mind to vote for?
Currently, I am still undecided. That is why I'm still looking their qualities as a candidate.
Okay, thank you for that. My fellow voters, the 2022 elections are fast approaching. Before we vote, we must know first what are the qualifications of the candidate running for president, vice president, and senators. We have here Miss Boris.
Before we dive deeper into today's concept, let's tackle first the qualifications. For a person to run as senator, he or she must possess the following: a natural-born citizen of the Philippines, at least 35 years of age at the day of the election, must be able to read and write, registered voter, and resident of the Philippines for not less than 2 years immediately preceding the day of the election. Meanwhile, for a person to run as president and vice president, he or she must possess the following: a natural-born citizen of the Philippines, at least 40 years of age at the day of the election, must be able to read and write, registered voter, and of course resident of the Philippines for at least 10 years, immediately preceding the day of the election.
Thank you so much for the information, Miss Boris. Now, voters, may we ask you what are the qualities or the areas that you are looking for or considering in your ideal candidates?
I think I would consider the candidate's educational background.
Okay, that is one because learning the educational background of such candidates allows us to know if they are knowledgeable enough to lead the nation. How about the voter number 2?
His or her accomplishment on his or her past job or organization.
May we proceed to voter number 3?
Their track record or receipts of their work or project.
Okay, how about voter number 4?
For me, they're government platforms in where they also showcase their future plans for the nation.
That is right. And lastly, voter number 5.
When it comes to their qualities as a candidate, I would like to consider their stand in the national issues and how will they address it.
Alright, all of the given areas that our fellow voters have enumerated are correct and are reasonable in choosing their candidate. So let us ask you voters, are you still undecided and uninterested to vote?
I think that to persuade and enlighten our fellow voters, I would like to discuss how important voting is. Voting itself is a kind of responsibility and the exercise of a right that many Filipinos have fought. For many of us, voting is our sole means of participation. Although most elections are not closed, that does not mean that one's vote is unimportant. Voting is the most important way to make your opinion heard on the different issues that concern you, such as better healthcare, education, fair taxation, basic income, and many more. It allows you to participate in important decisions that affect your life.
That was very well said, voter number 5, Mr. Stinsamandal. We hope that all of our guests that are here today who are still uninterested or undecided in voting was enlightened by what voter number 5 has just said.
If you are still having doubts on whether you should exercise your right to vote or not, think about the Filipino people and think about how one vote could make things right. Now, let's proceed to Ms. Francine Bautista for the closing remarks.
The message that we would like to convey to the audience is the importance of voting for not just yourself, but for the country as a whole, together with choosing the right candidate who has the qualifications of fitting for the job. A candidate that could lead, shape, and inspire the nation into doing the right thing.
We consider the views and opinions of everyone due to the reason that each and every point is taken into consideration to widen the scope of knowledge and to further discuss their viewpoints. Also, we've considered the qualifications, qualities, and the areas that each voter is looking for so that we could also tackle it and narrow down their choices.
In general, we may or may not be able to influence everyone to follow these standards, because every person has a right to do so. All we have to do now is educate them or provide with them with knowledge that may change their perspective, making them realize what is right and wrong. At the very least, they will be able to keep in mind this knowledge they have obtained in assisting them in making a decision. Influencing someone implies bringing something to their attention rather than forcing them.
Okay, thank you so much for everyone's participation. And just as what Sharon Shalesberg has said, voting is the expression of our commitment to ourselves, to one another, this country, and this world. Good afternoon.